Hello everyone and welcome back to me attempting to play the forest. If you remember last time, I made my way all the way down to the yacht, and down at the yacht we got the story items and we got a turtle shell. Fucking finally! It has been the goal since what, like episode 1 or 2 to get a damn turtle shell. And now I have one. Although I guess I can't complain too much. In my quest to get a turtle shell, I, stumbled across, this place, and I would not have found it otherwise, so I can't complain too much, but I finally have it, so it's time to build the water catcher. And this will help me anytime it rains. It'll fill up with water that I can fill my skin up with. I can, like my water skin, I can drink straight out of it. I've also got these blueberries now, which help with hydration as well. All in all, I'm in a pretty good position. So I'm running out of room on my drying rack, which means I think it's time for a second drying rack. I am making a lot of food for just one person, but I'm hunting a lot, so that's in my inventory. Yeah, and I actually where I ended last episode, I had a little bit of daylight left, so I went and managed to hunt a couple more rabbits. So I think this is yep, I finally made the stick bag. Not that it's a huge deal anymore, because one, I didn't end up needing it for the thing I thought I was going to need it for, and two, I mean, I don't even have any sticks in my inventory right now. But it won't hurt to have, especially late game when you're exploring long distances or you're going through the cave systems. I like to have a full inventory of basically anything I can get my hands on, so a full inventory of sticks, a full inventory of rocks, because you're going to be gone a while, and some of the places you go, are not fun. So I'm going to fill up my inventory full of sticks, and then I don't know what's on the agenda. Honestly, realistically, I should start spelunking, but that thought frightens me a lot. And, yeah, so I'm just like, the thought of going in the caves frightens me. But at the same time, you don't progress with story items unless you go in the caves. You don't find out what happens to Timmy. You don't, find out about the island and the mutants and stuff, because you do actually figure out where the mutants came from. Unlike the cannibals, the mutants have a really defined backstory. It's possible the cannibals' backstory was defined in the endgame area, and I missed it because there's a lot to take in. But, I don't believe so. I believe only really the mutants have been defined. There's a lot of deer up here. Always just doing their thing, running around, popping, in and out of existence. I could have swore this only took 2 hits to knock down before. Now it's taken 3. Life is so difficult. When you're stuck on an island. God, this would suck. Like, obviously the chances of crashing, on a remote island populated with a cannibalistic population is extremely low, but the idea of it is just, ooh, no thanks. Alright, so I've got an inventory full of sticks. I think, I don't know what I want to build. I could build defensive add-ons to my defensive spikes. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. No, these, like, it makes it so the cannibals can't get as close to your defensive wall to hit it, so your defensive wall takes less damage as they're banging on it. But as I'm sure you've noticed, all of our visitors stay down there so far, so right now that's not that pressing. I've already kind of explored that little tiny mini cannibal village down there. I could go to the main village, get all that story. Well, I don't even remember if there's story stuff there at this point. God, but it's gonna be so populated. What do I want to do? Build a fucking catapult? Why the fuck not? I don't have anything for effigies. Currently feeling good. Let's see. I could build a rabbit cage, but then I'd have to build a rabbit trap, which means that once you trap the rabbits in there, and they're alive, obviously, and then you put them in your rabbit cage, and then they breed, supposedly. It was broke. I don't know why I said it. It was broken for a long time, and then I think they just got it fixed. All right, I think building an arrow basket's a good idea because can I not put it up here? I thought it would be aesthetically pleasing to be on my porch, but apparently I'm not allowed to have it on the porch. So I will put it just half in the ground according to the way this is glitching. Fuck, can I put it inside my house? I think it looks like I can. Can I put it up there now? The placement on items in this game sometimes is really wonky. I'll put it here. And this just means I can start hoarding arrows in abundance so that when I'm ready to leave, I can go out and go out with a full inventory of arrows, which is always a good idea. Alright, I've made the decision. Today, I'm going to be working on little minor projects around the house. And then tomorrow, I'm going to attempt to go to the main camp. Wish me luck. Well, I don't know why you'd wish me luck. You actually get to see what happens and how scared I really am. Ooh, what if we see a mutant? We are on day 11. It's not impossible. It's not unfeasible that we would see a mutant. Ooh. I don't want to fight a mutant, though, especially if they're surrounded by a bunch of other cannibals. Alright. I already have the 8 sticks I want, or I need, but I'm just gonna fill up on an inventory full of sticks. I'm really happy these trees, like, little stick trees reset every time you load the game up, which, I mean, it's not 100% realistic, but to be fair, once again, alligators on a freezing island isn't exactly realistic either, so I'll take what I can get. I don't know if I can break the grass. Alright. I'm trying to think of what I'll need to go down to the main island. Or the main island, the main camp. Got a bunch of sticks. I've got some flares. I always like to keep a couple flares extra because you can actually throw the flares on their own. They're really good to use in caves to light up an area, either shot out of your gun or thrown. I think thrown they last longer, so that's what I do. If there's like a long corridor that I'm like, I don't know if there's going to be an enemy at the end of this or what. You just throw a flare and it illuminates it, and sometimes it illuminates things you just don't want to see. Yeah, there's nothing worse when you're like, okay, I don't hear anything. Okay, here, get my sticks. I don't hear anything, and then you throw a flare, and there's just one of the giant mutants at the end of the corridor just standing there, and you're just like, oh, this is how I die. Because if you're me, this is how you die. I think I die with the mutants more than anything, except for last time I played, it was only late game that the mutants stopped bothering me as much. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like fighting them. They're still startling and not fun. But we were in a cave, and you open this door, and there's a mutant behind it, and it was my husband and I playing, and I had the chainsaw, so like I was a little more confident because the chainsaw, while it uses fuel and it's not super quick, it rips through enemies like nobody's business, and it makes them like fall back like slightly, like stagger, so they can't immediately hit you. And it's what I had to do with it was a big armsy behind the door, and I was just like, fuck you, I'm tired of this, because I'd killed so many mutants up to this point. And he died, and my husband was like, well, damn, Cheryl, tell him how you really feel. Alright, so I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. That's the one thing that's like, it sucks about making plans. Like, you're like, okay, the next day I'm gonna go to there. But then you're like, well, shit, I've got like half my day left. What do I do? And realistically, I could head back down there, but I want to do go there and back in a day. I don't want to go over there and then it start to get dark and I'm like, well, I guess I'm camping out there tonight, because no thanks. So let's see what I can build that I want to build. I can build a fireplace or a bone chair. Actually, I think I can probably try to illuminate some of this a little more. That way, you know, I can know where the edge of the thing is. I have another skull. I have 3 more skulls, actually. You won't know because this will just look like the next episode, but my game actually crashed because I let it sit too long. After filming the previous episode, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a break, and my dumbass did not go inside the house I was literally right next to and saved. And so I let my game idle too long, and it made my PC crash, so I had to, like, restart it, so I lost all the progress, so I had to just run from the yacht over again, but, it was actually far less eventful this time compared to what you guys saw, so I'm glad I got the footage of what happened, the first time, because that was more interesting, except for there were, of course, cannibals, and they were on the beach, and one of them, who looked suspiciously like Carol, knelt down and actually erected an effigy just on the beach, which I know they could do, and I'd heard about them doing it before, but I had never actually seen it before. And what I mean by that is, like, in previous playthroughs, like, I didn't have a base that was this fortified, but I'd have a base, and, like, I'd go out and explore around my base, around what was safe, and then I would notice that, there would be effigies, and there's a particular effigy they put when they know you're there, like, at a player-made structure, and it's really creepy. It's, let me take some of these. And it's a head on top of a pole, like, not the head, like the skull, but like an actual head put on top of a pole with a, like, disposable camera shoved inside the mouth with the point, like, the part that takes the photo facing out of the mouth, like they're watching you. It's really weird, and that's only a effigy that appears around player-made structures, which is why a lot of people think it's basically some form of "we are watching you," because, like I said, it only appears then. I just like to look down and see what I can see. Sometimes, like, obviously I can see very far away, but the cannibals themselves won't spawn in until they are closer, so there might be people down there and I just actually can't see them, which is fine, I guess. It's not like seeing them would do anything. Maybe... I actually think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill a few deer because I would like to. Oh, okay. Did it hit the deer? I don't know. I didn't know a stick could actually break the trees. Come back, sir. I would like to build snow boots, which, you're like, well, you're not in the snow biome anymore, dumbass. But snow boots... I think I am hitting him, but he's not taking the damage that I expected him to take. Did they nerf the damage that deer take? Stop running away! You've got my arrows in you! Fucker. Maybe I should just hunt them with my spears. But, well, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, snow boots are sneaking boots. They muffle your sound when you walk, so especially if you're going into a populated area, it's not a bad idea to wear them. You can sneak a little better. Fucker left and then took some of my arrows with him, so I guess I'm going to be hunting deer with spears from now on, and probably ones that are in my home little area, so I don't have to worry about them running the fuck away, apparently. I am offended at this deer. What a jackass. Like I said, I don't intend to stay out and camp overnight, if I can help it, because I'm not very far away from the main camp. But when I try to go to some of these other caves and some of these other places, I will probably need to camp. For example, there's a giant sinkhole on this island, which you can look down in, and for the longest time, no one knew what it was going to be, because it's like related to the story. It's related to the story, but no one knew how it was. You couldn't get into it. And if you did manage to get into it when they finally opened it up, you would just die because there was nothing down there. There was no way to escape. Eventually, they made caves go in. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was originally saying. My train of thought is just all over the place today. Oh, but to enter the sinkhole cave, you have to go to a cave quite far away. And when I'm ready for that part of the game, I'm going to need to stay overnight. These fuckers. I'd have sympathy, but you guys. Fuck off. I didn't go over the cliff. I was like, I should not have done that. Okay. Oh, gosh, you're so fast. Shoot you in the butt. Or in the head. Or something. Or not even hit you, but then still kill you, because that's how logic works. Oh, but our deer... Oh, deerskin boots, or the boots might not be deerskin. They might be rabbit fur. Yep. Oh, sorry. I've been like 100% unnecessarily killing you. And then I think I just ate something. Wow. I'm just a quality player right now. Leaving a dead skinned deer. At least they actually skin when you skin them. Like, I know that's grotesque to say, but it's a pet peeve of mine in video games when you're like, collect the deer fur! Like, Skyrim's really bad about this. You're like, collect the deer fur. So you collect it, and it's still just a deer laying there, which is fine, because it's, like, a little more grotesque looking, but at the same time, that's, like, not at all how that works. Sorry, mister. Can I have my arrow back? Nope. Okay, I'm Steve first. You can take it, I guess. Nope, I don't think I ever took it. So, that's great. That's fun. How many rabbit furs is it gonna take? I don't know which one it's gonna build. Let me try to get one more rabbit fur and see if, that helps narrow it down. Do I have enough? Oh, I have enough cloth that I can just about make another rope, too. See, that isn't narrowing it down whatsoever. Sometimes it'll narrow it down because it's like, oh, you can't make that like that, so it'll take one of the options off so I can at least know if I'm going in the right direction, but... Come on, I just need one more rabbit. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's a squirrel, but that's a rabbit. Fuck. 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 Fuck's all around. It's getting dark. I can't see very well. That's fine. Sir. There we go. Can I not? Okay, there we go. I was like, are you really not going to let me collect that again? Alright. Oh, it's a pretty rainbow. There's also, where is this island? Because there is, like, zero light pollution. Like, absolutely no light pollution whatsoever when you are at night. Because, like, you see how dark it gets. There's fucking nothing. So we are, like, in the middle of fucking nowhere. Okay, we'll get back home. We'll save properly. And, we will... I was like, what the heck is that? Oh, it's the deer body. We will save properly, and then we will attempt to build... Well, we'll build the thing, and then save, or in whatever fucking order. And then we'll sleep, and then tomorrow, you know what time it is. See, those don't hardly illuminate, but if I'm coming up at night, it'll keep me from running off the edge. So that was the goal, because like I said, no light pollution. It gets so dark. Alright. Let's see what we can build. Yes! I don't know if you can see. I got my boots on! So, I pretty much always wear those by this point. Alright, let's save, let's sleep, and then obviously we have to do our morning things, such as eat, drink water. The usuals. So I don't, die. But, let's see. We got feathers. 1 feather, so that's not gonna help. There's not much water in there, but... Oh, they actually made it look like the bottom of a turtle shell. Last time, it was like... before, it was just super rounded, so you're like, this is 100% what a turtle shell looks like. I'm like, not really, so... Hang up all the meat. And then take what I'm 100% sure is dried. I don't know how long I'm going to be gone for. Hopefully not super long. Hopefully I don't die. That's the goal here. Need some blueberries. Make sure I'm full of energy. And, let's just fucking do this, I guess. Boy. My nerves. Ow. No, I lied. We're not going to do this. I'm already at 20 minutes. That'll be next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in next time to see my adventures of going to the main camp and seeing what happens with my scared ass. Thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.